Can you take us on set? What is the atmosphere like on there? It looked like you had a lot of fun.
John Turteltaub is a man who requires a little dose of that every day. So he's always wanting to mess around and inject a little bit of his own sensibility into all of the characters. In some way, it always creeps in. And I think that shows, the movie he's made is probably going to surprise a lot of people. They might expect one thing and end up getting something else. But it's definitely, he's given it his own tone. And I think that is something that people will see clearly when they watch the movie. We're getting stuck in wetsuits all day and we're stuffed in the ocean at silly temperatures, and some of the conditions are not always the best, so you do need to be able to lighten that up a little bit. It's just about enjoying the day, and you've got your own way to put a spin on that.
We had a great budget, we had a fantastic cast, we had an amazing location being in New Zealand, and I feel like the general mood was just laughing. Jason's hilarious. Everybody has such a great sense of humor, and then to top it off, the person that really sets the tone of a film is the director, and there is no one funnier and more kind of like inappropriate and ridiculous than John Turteltaub. Like, I would do every movie with him. He just makes every day a delight, and we had a lot of fun.
We spent most of the film on a boat in some way, shape, or form. It was either half a boat in a tank where we were shooting with green screen, or on an actual boat out on the ocean. We just had so much fun. It was just like hanging out and with 8 or 10 of just the funniest, coolest people you can imagine, and we just had a blast because we were out there for months and really got to know each other, and we were in New Zealand, like just like the most beautiful place on earth.
Yeah. Don't tell Australia that I said that, but yeah.
Kind of a dream job.
Every day we work on the water, but we have 2 tanks. So we have a big tank, we have a deep tank. One tank we can put the ship on the water, so we don't need to go out every day shooting on the ocean. So we can shoot at the studio. And we still have a very deep tank that we can shoot some scene under the water, really deep water.
Can you confirm or deny if there were any fake sharks?
Well, as far as I know, there aren't any real ones. How do you imagine what's out there? It's pretty easy. John said it the other day. We were sat next to each other, and he says, look, people pretend that person's the queen, or that person's going to be... It's like we're just pretending there's a shark over there. It's the same thing.
How are you with sharks in real life?
I'd say I'm like most people, careful, anxious, and that sometimes shit scared. I went to Fiji, which is a couple of hours from New Zealand, and there's a dive that you can do there for a couple of days with the local Fijians that set up a wall, and you go down to 20 meters and you literally witness the hand feeding of 25 bull sharks. And I did that, and it was one of the best and the most thrilling things I've ever done. I tell you, it was something that I highly recommend. Even if you're shit scared, you have to try it. It will change your perception of sharks. You are mesmerized by the whole experience. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite deleted scene that didn't make it in?
There was, I think it's probably good it didn't make it in, but there was one scene that we spent all day on, and John just had this idea that Jason should say, the things that he needs for this sort of mission or whatever, and then he's like, and then say, and a banana. And so you've got Jason, naming all this, like the list of what he had to memorize, by the way, was so ridiculous, like things I've never heard of, and he has to get all the way down the bottom of this monologue and then be like, and a banana. And we did it for 5 hours or something, only to watch the film and have it cut and be like, are you serious?
What happened to the banana line?
What happened to the banana?
Everyone's really excited for the new Fast and Furious as well. Is there anything you can tease about that?
I'm excited that Idris is in it. One of my favourite actors. A lifelong wait to try and do something with him. Very excited about that. Me and Dwayne are going to be back to our old sort of antics. We got one of the best, if not the best, action director on the planet today. Dave Leitch is someone I've known for 15, 18 years, and no one directs action better than him. He's got some great ideas. I think he's going to be good.
Ruby, you've been in so many sort of action movies that we all love. Are there any other action movies that you'd love to be in?
Yeah, I mean, if there's the right character and the right story and whether it's a franchise or whatever, of course. I'm a physical person. I love doing stunts. I love doing all my own stunts as much as I can. But, I also like to diversify and do different genres as well.
And what about superhero movies? Because they're so huge. Is there a superhero that you'd love to tackle, or a villain in that realm?
I feel like I answered this once and it became such a big deal because A, some people wished that I hadn't have said this person, and then B, then it became a film, and then everyone was like, well, Ruby. So I feel like I can't answer that question without it being like quite loaded. Because there are so many, and there are plenty casting now, and yeah. Superheroes are cool. I feel like everyone kind of wants to do that and wants to see that right now, because I think we feel like we would like a superhero in today's age.
I think I should be the next Bond.
I would be so up for that, but I think you should be a Bond villain.
Or a Bond villain.
I think you would nail that.
But I want a really interesting creature to pet as a Bond villain. Like, I don't know, lemur or something like that.
Lemurs.